All right, YouTube is go. Zoom is go. Whiteboard is go. We call this the triple teach, right? Is that what you guys came up with? All right, the triple teach. So here we go, Montana booklets. We are looking at pages 2 and 3 and 4 today if we get to it. It might stop at 2 and 3. So grab your Montana booklets, grab a pencil, and good morning, Xander. We're gonna just put this all together. On page 2 in your Montana booklets, that's what I have right here, page 2, the state map. So we're going to start by filling in our map key with the different symbols that we are going to use. I think, there you go. You guys can kind of see that now. So on your map key at the bottom, we're going to fill in the capital city. We're going to do a star. So put a star next to the word capital city. That's for our map key. Put a... Why? Do you see how your map key is blank? We're going to fill in the map key. No, sorry, go to page 2. Page 2 will make a lot more sense. So a star next to the word capital city. We're going to use a little dot to represent major cities. We're only putting 3 or maybe 4 on because we don't want to overcrowd this tiny map. So a dot next to major city. Squiggly line for a river. Little partial triangles for mountains. And then for a body of water, I just draw a little blob with some squiggles in it, right? Squiggle blob. Yeah, that's a body of water. So we have our map key, and then we can start filling things in. It's a little map, and we know that they are not completely accurate, right, guys? But they give us an idea of where some of the major things are in Montana. So, I do want you to include color as much as you can in these. Do not use marker because it will go through these thin pages. Crayon is really only good for shading big backgrounds because sometimes they're too thick. Colored pencil is the best, but colored pencil and crayon are way better than marker. So let's start with, we'll start with our... Actually, we're going to start with our rivers because the rivers help us see where some other things are. So we're putting 2 major rivers. You guys know what 2 big rivers we might include on our Montana map?
Missouri, yes. Mississippi River?
Not Mississippi, but the other one that starts with an M.
Missouri.
Missouri River and the one that goes by Billings?
Yellowstone.
The Yellowstone River. You guys have this. All right, so the Missouri and the Yellowstone. And we're going to include just 3 little ones that branch off of the Yellowstone. So when we do the Yellowstone River, you're going to kind of come right up about here. And the Yellowstone goes around the southern-ish part of the state. And see, I already drew it bad. It crosses into Wyoming. So here's our Yellowstone. If you have like a blue colored pencil, you might choose to use that instead. It's okay if your titles go off, but this is the Yellowstone River. And then we have 3 smaller rivers that branch off south, going into Wyoming from the Yellowstone. And we're just going to do them right here. 1, 2, 3. And some of you may have been fishing on some of them. Wait, please. Wait, please. One of them is near the Little Bighorn battlefield, and it is in fact called the what?
Bighorn.
The Bighorn River. Have any of you guys ever been to the Bighorn?
Yeah.
Ramsey said he went fishing on the Bighorn this weekend. So we got the Bighorn River is right here. I can't turn my board the way you guys can turn your books. The one in the middle is called it's named after a body part, the Tongue River.
The what river?
Tongue, like your tongue. Tongue. Tongue River, so Tongue. And I'll move out of the way because I think I'm in the way of the recording. And the last one is called the Powder. And of course there are a lot more branches of these rivers than this, but these are the ones you've probably or maybe already heard of. Powder.
Wait, what is it?
Powder. Powder. Powder River.
Is that the middle one or the last one?
Last one. So it's Bighorn. Tongue River is in the middle. And then Powder River is the one closest to South Dakota.
Really good. I got into Tongue River with my friend.
See, you've heard of it.
A really good.
Just north of the Yellowstone River, right along its banks, is the great city we all live in. So we're going to do a little tiny dot. Well, a little dot.
Wait, what's the last and first one?
Yeah, Bighorn, Tongue, Powder. Billings is on the Yellowstone, so I drew mine probably a little far up, but we're going to put Billings just above the Yellowstone River. And now we're going to draw the Missouri River, and then we can add three more cities we can add kind of close to the Missouri River. So the Missouri River, of course, Lewis and Clark came in on the Missouri River, right? And then they traveled until they found where the Missouri River started, the headwaters, which are right here in Montana. So the Missouri River is up a little bit north. We're just going to have it cut across Montana, and then it kind of comes down about there, right? This is not a perfect map. Lewis and Clark, thank goodness, were much better map drawers than me. But we're gonna do our best. So this is the Missouri, Missouri, Missouri River. And we will draw which mountain chain that travels north and south from Canada all the way down to Mexico?
How do you spell Missouri?
Rocky Mountains. Missouri is Missouri. We're going to draw little triangles to represent the Rocky Mountains that cross all the way through our state and beyond. Rocky Mountains. Next to the Rocky Mountain, in the Rocky Mountain area, and next to the Missouri River, we can put a star. For which city? Helena. Helena.
Where's Helena?
Helena is kind of in the mountains, next to the river, right?
You should have put it on the tip of
And then we're going to we'll add Missoula, because that's one of our larger Montana cities. So Missoula is over here a little bit northwest of Helena. So Missoula, Clay knows Missoula, don't you?
Hey, so do I.
I've never been to Missoula.
I got there. Clay's a great fan.
Missoula, and then we're going to add Great Falls.
Yay! Where I was born. Oh no.
On the south side of the Missouri, Great Falls.
We had a kid named Griffin.
Where did we put
Missoula? Missoula, we put it kind of still in the mountains, just a little bit northwest of Helena. We just have to remember this is not a perfect map, right? But we don't want to put Missoula over here because that doesn't make any sense. So, and then the last, excuse me, the body of water we're going to add is up here near Glacier National Park. You've got Flathead Lake.
I want to put Mount Everest on there.
Is Mount Everest in Montana? Then we're not going to put it.
In China.
Okay, then we're not going to put it.
What is it
All right.
called?
Flathead. Flathead Lake. I'm going to use a different color. If I have a different color. I'm going to have red. Hopefully you guys can see red. I'm going to use red to label all of the states around Montana that share our borders.
I go to Flathead Lake every summer.
You can if you have room and you want to add more. Bozeman is over here. Bozeman is bigger. But we just don't have room to add everything on our map. So let's label the states around Montana. All right. Okay. If you guys on Zoom are having trouble seeing some of this, keep up with what you can as you listen, and then I'll take a picture and send it to your families so you can look. You can also try the YouTube link later, okay? So Clay just told me it does look a little blurry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. This will probably be easier to follow along with than the map. All right. So just north of Montana, we have...
Canada.
Wow, don't everybody shout out at once. North of Montana is... Good job, boys and girls. Canada. Canada. South of Montana is the state of Wyoming. So here's Wyoming. Can you guys see the red?
Yeah.
As well as you can see anything? It's a little blurry, I know.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go get my glasses really quick.
Okay. Ramsey.
You forgot to draw the compass.
Oh, I did. I'll add that. Thank you. You guys also have the compass on here. Don't forget to add your directions. North, south, east, and west. Right? Never eat soggy worms.
Never heard stupid wizards.
All right. Over to the west of Montana is Idaho. Idaho, where potatoes grow. And then on the east side of Montana are which two states?
North Dakota.
North Dakota and South Dakota. So, North Dakota,
I don't think you have room to like that.
I think you do if you go to the side, don't you?
I did north, D, and south.
We only have little boxes to write in.
Then right little. I fit it on mine. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, because you have
Yeah, it's hard. No, I have this.
And don't forget about that camera.
Don't forget about this camera. Should look like that. Probably making people dizzy now. All right. All right, I'm going to stop this.